Hello there, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is for the week of June 9th through the 15th. Remember to keep an open heart, open mind. Here we go. Carried away. Let yourself be caught up in the whirlwind of a romantic moment. Next, on the mend. Be compassionate and kind to yourself as you heal your heart. And last one, heart's desire. Sing along to your heart song, for it knows what you truly want. Okay, Aries. And bottom of the deck, saving grace, forgiving yourself and others, heals the wound and sets you free. Okay, let's leave that there. Okay, let's get to your tarot cards, Aries. I hope you're all doing well today, and I hope you're starting off your day today, Monday. And you're starting it off really well. All right, here we go. First card, Seven of Swords. Second card, Knight of Wands. The World. And the last card, the Seven of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. Okay, and the first card here, this is the overall energy that you are going through right now. Now, here's the thing. With regards to the Seven of Swords, this can be taken either way. It could be about lies and deception that may be around you or that you're suspicious about, or it can actually be about thinking of different strategies to handle a certain situation. If you're currently in a situation where you are having to deal with conflict or differing thoughts, differing ideas, or maybe even, problem solving some other, problem that's presented to you, say at work or at home or in your relationship, this is all about, trying to strategize and figure out another way to do something. So this might be the overall theme for you this week. Now, with regards to the second card here, this is about your obstacles. What is going to hold you back or possibly be a problem for you this week? The Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands can be full of energy, full of vigor and passion, but it can also be an energy of impulsivity, right? Kind of just getting carried away, just like here, and not really thinking things through because you're so passionate. You want your ideas to come to fruition that you're not really thinking it through. So be aware of that, Aries. Next is the World card. The World card, the third card here is for advice. The World card talks to us about the idea that you have to focus on your goal, basically, something that's going to come to completion because it is within your reach. So if you are working on a project, for example, work diligently, be patient, and trust that this is something that's going to come to fruition. Looking over here at the cards that we just pulled, this is kind of suggesting to me, and what I'm feeling is that you're going through some relationship stuff, right? So in this regard, the energy is that it could be, again, strategy, planning, a different way of communicating, dealing with somebody, right, that you may feel is deceptive. But with regards to, the message that we are receiving from your higher self, the world is talking about completion and wholeness, unity, mastering something. It's coming home kind of thing, rounding things out. That's what's going on here. Think about those goals. That's what the message I'm receiving here is, that you have some sort of journey that you're going through, and the World card is here to remind us not to forget your goals. Now, as far as the fourth card here, this is your manifestation, or what is going to come of your situation this week. Now, remember, this is very fluid, and this is just a quick read for this week, and so nothing is set in stone. Now, the Seven of Pentacles, when it comes to your manifestation or outcome, it tells me that you are really looking hard at something, looking into something, and you're deciding whether or not something is worth staying and putting your energy into. If, again, this is something that has to do with your relationship sector, you may be going through some issues with your significant other, and you're having to make some decisions as to whether or not this is something that is worth fighting for, or something that worth putting a lot of energy into. So that's what's in the outcomes column here, is that you know, you're really worried about, or you're taking a step back and you're thinking and assessing everything around you and trying to figure out whether something is worth putting so much more energy into. The King of Wands at the bottom of the deck here is the energy, this is the energy of power, leadership, passion, and like I said, a visionary, an inventor, somebody that's very creative. So you may be feeling very inspired this week. This person is also a leader, so you know, he has a little bit more control over his impulsivity, unlike this guy here. So, but just know that you may have that tendency to kind of be a little bit inconsistent or impulsive. So just be aware of that, because that can detract you from reaching your goals. Now let's go ahead and clarify these cards a little bit more here. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here for our Aries friends? All right, let's see what the messages are for you. You've got the High Priestess, and what the High Priestess here is telling me is that you've got to turn inward, right? If this is something that you're concerned about, deception, the theme of deception or lying, cheating, that sort of thing, the High Priestess is saying that you have to think about things from a different perspective, be a little bit more intuitive with your answers or how you are going to come about strategizing and dealing with this current energy level here. You do have to really turn inward to find those answers, right? Something is hidden from you. This is a card of mystery. So yeah, you unfortunately you may be dealing with some deception around you. Unfortunately, yeah. Here on the column under the Knight of Wands here, as far as obstacles are concerned, there is a feeling or a sensation of loss, right? A feeling of loss. Something that is really, you know, affecting you, kind of like that you've been left out, for example. So yeah, this is a negative feeling. You don't want to get caught up in this negative loop here. You know, you do have control over your thoughts. You do have control over how you act about certain things. You know, it's one thing to react and feel like you feel sad about something, but it's not good to actually sit there and dwell on it. That's what the message that I'm hearing. Now let's check the card for the World here. Now the Two of Swords is telling me that there's some decisions that you're going to need to make, and it's not necessarily about seeing exactly directly what the answer is. You're going to, again, have to turn inward, look within yourself for those answers, because here, again, you've got the energy of the High Priestess here, but then on the flip side here, the message from your higher self is that, yeah, you have to, you know, turn inward, look within you for the answers. But you can't keep your heart crossed for your heart blocked. I'm sorry, not heart crossed. Your heart blocked for very long. Again, I keep looking at the letter X here. That might be something that's significant to you. All right. Let's see here. Let's see what the Seven of Pentacles is all about. Yeah, you're trying to make a decision as to what to do next. That's what's coming forward here. You are trying to decide what it is that you need to do, and it looks like you're realizing. You see, you've got the Moon here. You've got the Moon here. Something is going to come to surface, and you're going to realize exactly what it is that you need to leave behind, because it's no longer serving you. So whatever that is, there is that going on this week. You're going to have to make a decision to walk away from something, and there is justice. So whatever is going on around you, know that karma is at play, and everything will be returned to balance, and justice will be served, Aries. So just remember that for this week, all right? So hopefully this has helped you and kind of guided you for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a great week, Aries. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.